you need to watch from day 1 to day 9. And in course of this week, I will pull you up, randomly when you don't expect. So I will pull you up and ask you again that what have you learned, from the trainings, from the videos, because those things are intentional. If you go through those videos, there is no way I can guarantee you 120%. I can guarantee you that before this 30 days is over, you will definitely get results. I'm telling you, there will be a major shift from where you have been to a very, new perspective, and a very new, even you will see there's a big difference. So very, very important. Please start with that. Watch all the videos. You can also check our pages as well and go through the daily trainings, because they are streamed online, and we do this intentionally so that those who join, not from day 1, they can catch up, go through the videos of the previous days from day 1 all through, and they can ensure that they don't miss any single part of it. So do we have a deal on this, Mr. Olakunle?
Wednesdays are due to companies, Thursdays are due to individuals.
Do we have a deal on this?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. All right, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the courage to come up. That's really, really amazing. So let me see. Do we have a host back? Okay, while we are waiting for our host to be back, let's hear from one or two other persons. We have Christy, we have Ola, we have Fatima, we have Adebayo. So anyone from these 4 names, let's go. Let's hear from you. Remember, my gift still stands. Whoever can tell us what they've learned. And even if you're not part of these names I called, you can raise your hand and I'll pull you up. All right. So who is going next? Okay, Fatima. Beautiful. So you can unmute and let's see your face as well. You have the floor. Let's go.
Good evening. I'm so excited I'm part of this family. And for the past 1 week, I've learned a whole lot. One of those things I learned is how to create a profile, a stunning profile that will really sell. So, and I've been able to do that. I've created my profile, posted them on my social media, and then have it saved somewhere. So, and likewise, I learned about the marketing, though I've not been practicing that. I really enjoy the role play sections. I really enjoyed it because I followed up back to back. I've been following and it's really, really interesting. I thank everyone that has contributed to this, and specifically Dr. Stephen Akintayo. It has been awesome. Awesome. So I'm working. Then another thing I learned is about going out to where your clients are. Though I've been a realtor, but at times I don't really know my clients. So I tend to talk to the wrong people and waste time on them. Now I know that I don't have to waste time on those people that did not have the money. So I move on to the next customer. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. You deserve a round of applause. That's really, really amazing. Please drop your number in the chat box. You have a gift. That's amazing. Fatima, I really love the energy. I love the fact that you've learned a lot, and not just learned, you've even started to take action on the things you've been learning. And the beautiful part of it, now you can, make few adjustments in some areas, like identifying the right audience, identifying the right persons that can do business with you, and even down to the role play. Can you tell us one or two things that you've learned in course of the role play sessions?
I learned that it can be very, very tough at times when you are relating with clients, and it's not an easy task. It's not. It's not an easy task. So you have to like rehearse before actually facing your client or your prospects.
Good, fantastic, fantastic. It's, you always need to be prepared, for objections. And the best way to overcome objections in sales is to be prepared for them. I want everybody to drop that in the chat box. The best way to overcome objections is to be prepared for them. So you want to face a prospect, you want to go for a presentation. That can come up, the possible things that your prospect will want to know more about. And objections is not a reason why your prospect objections is not. Yes. So when you get objections, it's not that the person is not interested in your product or your service. It just means the person wants to have more information, more detail, more guide, as to why they need that product, as to why they need that service. An objection is not rejection. Let's also take note of that. Objection does not mean rejection. So if your prospect does not tell you outrightly that I am not interested in this product, I'm not interested in this offer, then they've not rejected you. So if they are asking questions like, oh, tell me why your price is this high, tell me why your size, your plot size is this, tell me why you think I need to consider investing in Lagos rather than, different questions that can come up. Your ability to answer these questions gives your prospects the trust and confidence in you that you know what you're doing and that they can do business with you. And one of the best ways as well to be prepared for your prospects, or to always be prepared in closing the deal, is to have product knowledge. Product knowledge. I cannot overemphasize this because it is really, really important. Without quality product knowledge, you cannot convince your prospects to buy from you without quality and adequate product knowledge. So you want to be confident, you need to have enough knowledge about your product. So thank you so much, Fatima. That was a good one. And I give you a round of applause. Yes. Okay. I will pull up one or two more persons. Let me see. Do we have another person, another volunteer? Let's go before I pull the next person up. Do we have any volunteer next? Anyone ready to go next? I have just one person who has won my gift for today. I want to get more. More persons, just to share with us what you've learned in course of the week and what you're putting in practice already. Maybe a few things that you think you've learned, practical things that you've started implementing, or things that you even think. So let us know. I have in the building Mr. Folarin, Fanny. I also have Cynthia. So, Mr. Folarin, can you share with us what you've learned in course of the week? So today we are just having a review. We want to be sure that everything we've learned in course of the week, we are able to optimize it and utilize it effectively to the highest and best use. So, Mr. Folari, let's hear from you. You're welcome. You can unmute. We can see your face, but we cannot hear you yet. You need to press the mic icon on your screen so we can hear you. We are really waiting to hear you.
Hello. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Sorry, I just got to it now. Sorry,
Yes.
I just came back now. I received call for about a minute ago, so I didn't hear the question. When I just came back, I heard my name.
Okay, you're welcome. So the question was just tell us part of the things you've learned in course of the week, you know, from the different training sessions that we've had, and some practical steps that you've been able to take from the things learned already.
Okay. Thank you very much. Right from day one was the physical day. Then day two, then we started our Zoom from day two. We learned so many things regarding marketing, which is a process of exchanging a value for money. Then you try and gain attention of your prospects. Do anything that will make you gain attention, because it's through attention that people will be coming to you. Then do adverts, information marketing, lifestyle, and all those things. Then that's for day one. I mean for day two, sorry. Then day three, we learned about a fan. That's for day three, which is a family, association, religion, and what is it called, neighbors. You try and associate with your families, religious bodies. If you're a Christian, make sure you relate well with your people in the church. If you're a Muslim, make sure you relate well with your people in the mosque. Then your neighbors, try and introduce yourself to them. If you've not been talking before, if you've not been in good talks before, go to them, greet them. Through your talk, you'll be able to, through your relation, you'll be able to tell them, let them know what you are doing. You may not even know that what your services is needed by them, but when they don't know what you are doing, how would they come to you? So you relate well with your people. Then fast forward to day four, where we did telemarketing. You call. You make sure you call your people, call all those your contacts. Be calling maybe 50 people a day. At least out of those 50 people you've been able to call a day, they may not be able to buy from you. They can refer. You ask them for referrals. So it's equally important. Then day five, we were able to learn different types of closing. Something closing, which you assume that the client is ready. You just send the client the account details straight. You don't wait for any. You don't take chances at all. You understand? Hello, I don't know if you are hearing me, please.
Absolutely, we are hearing you. Yes.
Okay. Yes, you can. Okay, thank you very much. Then there is other types of closing, which is takeaway closing. That you create a kind of scarcity for your product. Maybe by telling them, oh, we have a limited offer. This thing is going off in the next 4 or 5 days, or we have just 3 units left. Create a kind of a scarcity for your product so that people will come. Those that may ordinarily want to delay buying or delay paying. Oh, I don't want to miss this thing. I don't want to miss this opportunity. Let me pay immediately before the opportunity goes away. So they will just pay. So I want to say very good thank you to Gtext for the opportunity given us to be able to because all of us, not only me, people are gaining, we are gaining. So I appreciate Dr. Stephen Akintayo for his knowledge, for his moves. And yesterday meeting too, breakfast meeting, to appreciate, to congratulate, and the winners, those who have been able to make sales so far. I appreciate the text and I congratulate all of them. I pray and I wish that all of us too will be able to, before before this week, before the next 1 week, we will be able to make something. So thank you very much.
Amen. Wow, that was noted. Thank you so much, Mr. Folari. That was really, really amazing. Yes, thank you. You can mute. That was really, really, really amazing. It's like this 30 days challenge, was specially designed for you because there's a lot that you've learned in course of this challenge, and I'm very sure you're already putting those things to practice. There's a whole lot from creating scarcity, creating urgency. We call it FOMO. That's fear of missing out. And even to a lot of other things that you've learned, and even to the fact that you were part of the qualifiers, to be invited for the breakfast session with Dr. Stephen yesterday. That's really amazing, and it shows a lot of commitment that you've been putting in, and you deserve a round of applause. So, just as you've said, I believe this week your sales is coming in this week. So that was really, really amazing. And congratulations once again to everyone who got the check, presented by our chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, yesterday. It was really, really a great and amazing session, live at Eco Hotel and Suites. And those who have been able to, perform to expectation, in terms of bringing in sales, every single person got a check that was presented to them yesterday. And it was a great and amazing session. So you don't want to miss out on the, lots of incentives we have in course of this 30-day sales challenge. Remember, the best salesperson in course of this 30 days is winning a brand new car. Are you excited to hear that? Let me see excited in the chat box. If you're excited to hear that, a brand new car. The best group, is also winning a cash gift. A cash gift. And when we are talking of cash gift, it's heavy. And the best salespersons, will also be having exclusive, just like we saw yesterday, those who already hit the record in the first week, everyone was invited to an exclusive breakfast with Dr. Stephen Akintayo. And you know what that means? Even for your brand, you know what it means. For those who see you with Dr. Stephen alone, if you put that on your pictures or on your pages, on your social media platforms, that alone, establishes a level of credibility for your brand. People can trust you more. People will want to identify with you more because they can see you with someone like Dr. Stephen. So congratulations to everyone who made it yesterday, and we are still looking out for more persons that will qualify in the course of these 30 days. Let's not forget also there are other incentives. Oh, group 4 is winning it. Group 4 loading. All right, Mr. Israel. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. So the ball is rolling. The ball is rolling. All right. So let's not forget as well, there are other incentives. All expense paid trips are loading. We'll be going to Doha. Other expense paid trips are still coming in the course of the year, but for those who can qualify and meet up to the expected sales target, you also qualify for an all expense paid trip to Doha. And even Valentine season is already here. Today is 9th, and Valentine season is here already. Time to celebrate with our loved ones, time to show love. And we also have an incentive around the Valentine season. Come on. You should show some love. I want to see some emoji. If you're excited about all these incentives, Gtext is really doing a lot. So let me see the love. In the chat box. Let me see it rolling. Emojis. I want to see it in the chat box. So before I call up the next person, I'll just do some brief highlights on part of the other things we learned in course of the past week. One of our speakers said every sales target is achievable if you put your mind to it. Every sales target is achievable if you put your mind to it. So everywhere you're listening to me from, I want you to put your hand on your chest and tell yourself, my sales target is achievable if I put my mind to it. Tell yourself, put your hand on your chest and say, my sales target is achievable if I put my mind to it. Now, you are a helper and advisor. So one of our speakers mentioned the importance of identifying yourself correctly. How do you introduce yourself? What's the perception that people have when they meet you? Do they see you as a salesperson or they see you as an advisor? So you should come from the way you present yourself. You should let them know you are there to help them, to make their dreams possible. You are here to help them to build wealth. You are here to help them to secure strategic investments that can give them quality returns. IT, can you spotlight me on the screen? So I want to be sure everybody can see my face. So you're here to advise them. You are here to let them know that you are here to provide value. Value, very, very important. If you can provide value, then people will like you. They will be able to trust you and do business with you. Now, one of our speakers also said sales is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. So, another speaker we had also mentioned that when prospecting, allow the client speak 80% of the time. 80% and you speak 20%. Now, what does that mean? It means you listen more and you pay attention more. So the more you can get your prospects to do the talking, the more you can get them to tell you about their needs, the more you can trust. And if you can earn their trust, they will really, without any form of resistance, be ready to do business with you. So you must be able to ask them the right questions, just like we've learned in course of the week, there are different questions that you can ask that can trigger them to open up to you, to tell you what exactly they need and how you can be of value to them. Now, another thing we learned is, as a salesperson, you have to expand your prospecting list. Now, I ask this question a lot of times because a lot of persons meet me every single day and they tell me, oh, Mr. Isaac, I want to sell. I am hungry to sell. I want to close. I have a lot of persons I'm following up with, and the sale has not dropped yet. I just want to sell. I'm hungry to sell. This week, today, I must. And I ask them one simple question. How many persons have shown that they are ready to do business with you, that you currently have on your pipeline? How many? And some of them tell me, oh, 3. Some say 4. Some say 5. And I respond. I say, no, that is not a number. That's not a number. If you really want to sell, those who have told you at one point or the other that they are interested in your product, they want to know more, they've shown a good level of interest, they should not be less than 50 to 100 that you are actively following up with. Thank you, Mr. Ramsey Daniel. This is quite, appreciable. This is about 30, is recommendable, but you should be able to raise it to between 50 and 100. So you know where you stand at every point in time. I'm telling you for a fact that sales is predictable. So put that in the chat box again. I want to see everybody type it in the chat box. Sales is predictable. Sales is predictable. So you want to close deals every single week, then you must have your pipeline full with serious prospects. Prospects that are ready to do business with you. Remember, we have 3 categories. We have those who are ready, we have those who are able, and we have those who are willing. So willing can show that they are interested, but they are not ready to make a decision yet. You can have a lot of interested persons. They can even be up to 200. But how many of them have indicated, strong interest to an extent that they are ready to do business? They are really ready. And what does the A mean? I'm breaking down a word that is raw, called raw, R-A-W. The first, the R means ready, A means able, and W means willing. So I started with the willing, which means they are interested, but so able means they have the capacity, they have the resources to afford the product, to afford the service. But your job is to get them to be ready. So put it in the chat box. My job is to get my prospects to be ready. That's my job. As many prospects as I have in my pipeline. Thank you, Fatima. Fatima, thank you. Ready, able, and willing. As many persons as you can have in your pipeline that are ready to do business with you. That is when you can say you are getting closer to closing deals. So if you have 200 people in your on your list that have just said, oh, I'm interested, or just tell me more, or but they have not told you they are ready, then you still need to work hard. It means you need to make more calls. It means you need to schedule more meetings. It means you need to go out for more outdoor marketings. It means you need to source for more leads. You need to do what? To get your pipeline full. So this is a question to everyone listening. How many ready prospects do you have? Because that is once you can answer that question, then you can predict how many sales you are right about to close. Sales, I repeat, is predictable. All right, so I hope we are getting value. If you're getting value, let me see in the chat box, drop value, 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 value. I want to see that roll in the chat box. In the chat box, value, value, value. Good. All right. One of our other speakers, in the course of the week said that sales is a transfer of energy. How you show up determines how people respond to you. Sales is what? Is a transfer of energy. How you show up determines how people respond to you. So you need to ask yourself, how do I show up? How do I show up? If I show up and my energy is low, it will be difficult to get the attention of my prospects. It will be difficult to convince them about the value I have to offer. So sales is a transfer of energy. Another thing is in sales, your appearance is your silent introduction. It means even before you open your mouth to say a word, they have already assessed you. And that's one thing you need to know. Before you even open your mouth to, talk of the value of your service, they already have a perception just by your appearance. So it means if you are selling luxury, you must present yourself well. You must appear well. There's an appearance that communicates luxury. If you're selling a 10 million product, a 50 million product, you must look like a 10 million, someone, that if they do business worth 10 million with you or 50 million, they will be rest assured that their money is safe. So you must look like it. And if you want people to trust you with their money, first show them you trust yourself by the way you carry yourself. So really, really important. Another thing we learned in course of the week is the place of building quality relationships. Quality relationships. I want us to put in the chat box, quality relationships. Now, there's a saying that the 5 closest people to you can determine where you will be in the next 5 years. Recently, I read a book, and the book was saying if you want to be a billionaire, then you must be intentional about building quality relationships with other billionaires. Because what we need to know is a matter of time. Once you build quality relationships with quality people, certain things will rub off on you, whether deliberately or non-deliberately. They will rub off on you. There are certain conversations that you will be privileged, and you will even have access to, that will improve the quality of your mindset, that will improve the quality of your thinking. And remember, just like one of our speakers, Mr. Chidi Fidelis, in course of the week said, everything in sales starts from the place of the mindset. So if your mindset is not properly fixed, properly set, like I'm not a pastor, but pardon me to use this, part of the Bible that says, when the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? Nothing. And that is where the place of the mind comes into play. The mindset is really, really, really important in your journey in real estate. So before you can close a deal of 100 million, before you can close a deal of 500 million, are you convinced in your mind that you believe? Have you ever closed your eyes and, just engage yourself in some meditation where you see yourself receiving a check of maybe 50 million in commission? Have you ever closed your eyes and just, imagined yourself achieving those big things, those big dreams that you have? For those of us who are married and have children, have you ever, thought of, you've closed your eyes, you've meditated, and you've seen yourself sponsoring your children to the best schools? So everything about sales starts from the place of the mind. The place of the mind. Very, very important. If you can get your mind right, I can tell you for a fact that everything will adjust and give you the results in a matter of time. If you can get the mind right. Because if the mind is not right, when you are on a conversation, for instance, with a prospect, your tongue will be shaking when you are calling figures. And what you need to know is all these people, they can read your mind, even from what you say. The confidence with which you speak to them, they can tell, oh, this person sounds confident. I can do business with this person. Even if you have not touched 500 million before, there's a way you will talk about 500, you will mention the figure, you will talk about the value, and the confidence will just be there. So really, really, really important. You must build your confidence for you to sell effectively. And another thing that we learned in the course of the week is always be prepared. Anytime is a selling time, and every day is a selling day. I repeat again, always what? Be prepared. Because every time is a selling time, and every day is what? A selling day. So, I hope you are getting value. I want to see in the chat box, value, 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 value. Value, 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 value. I want to see that in the chat box. Value. All right, beautiful. So I'll just touch light on about 2 more things, and then we'll wrap up for today. Today is more of a review session of what we've learned in course of the week. Now, another thing we learned is that you cannot be afraid and get results. Fear paralyzes performance. I repeat again, you cannot be afraid and get results. Fear paralyzes performance. Fear what? paralyzes performance. For you to get results, you need to put in the work and do the extra. And this is a question I would like to ask everyone here. Be sincere with yourself. Ask yourself, am I really putting in the work? Am I really putting in the work? Thank you, Former Derek, for that comment. So ask yourself, am I really putting in the work? When you see or you hear people closing deals of 500 million, of 200 million, of 100 million, what you need to know is they are intentional about every single thing they do. They are very, very intentional about every single thing they do. They know what they do every single day. They put in deliberate and intentional efforts every single day. While other people are resting, they are following up with prospects. And I will make this, a bit practical. A number of deals that even myself have been able to close that are foreign deals. People from the US, for instance, some of those deals were closed at 3 a.m. in the night. 3 a.m. So what does that mean? It means while other people are sleeping, at times you need to just be awake and put in the extra work. While other people are sleeping, you need to be awake and put in the work. I was in a meeting sometimes back, and there was this man that was invited to come and speak, a multi-billionaire. And that was the first time I knew the importance of timing. The man said that most of his business partners, is into importation, exportation of automobiles, heavy machines, and a lot of things. He said most of his business partners, the time they are awake is 3 a.m. So at times when people see him online, at 3 a.m., if you are still online, he will just smile. He will say, this is the time I am making my money. And this man is, as at then, this is over 7 years now. As at then, he was close to his 70s. This is the time I'm making my money. And that ranked something in my mind that stuck. That there are certain times, that you just need to put in the extra work to be available when your prospects are there. Timing is very important. If a prospect says, call me by 9 p.m., that's the time I'll be available to answer you. If I can't call by that 9, if I can't just make that little sacrifice to call by 9, then I might lose a big deal. If I can't pay the sacrifice, just like Dr. Stephen will always say, he says, don't envy the results, envy the sacrifice. Please put in the chat box. I want to see everyone on this Zoom put that in the chat box. Don't envy the results, envy the sacrifice. Put it in the chat box. I want to see. Don't envy the results, envy the sacrifice. So what that means is a lot of times, we need to put in the extra work. We need to pay the extra price. We need to make certain sacrifices that will open certain doors. until you make certain sacrifices, some doors, you know, will not open. So that's the question for each and every one of us. It's not just enough for us to do the follow-up. It's not just enough for us to make the calls, to generate the leads, to gather the numbers, to make the calls. It's very important for us to put in the extra work. The extra work might be scheduling a physical appointment, going to meet that person right in the office. Sir, man, I am here. Let's talk this business deal out right here and now. Paying the extra price might mean you just being awake when other people are sleeping to follow up with that client. Paying the extra price might mean you being available when other persons are not available. So I want to believe that today we've gotten value. If you've gotten value, let me see in the chat box value. I've gotten value. I've gotten value. You can drop in the chat box if you've gotten value. So tomorrow will be another. Thank you, Mr. Fanny, for the feedback. Thank you, Fatima, for the feedback. Yeah, I'm really excited, you know, that a good number of us, we've gotten value. So it's not just important we learn these things, we need to put them into practice. We need to do what? We need to put them into practice. Yes. Mr. Ola, thank you for the feedback. Mr. Daniel, thank you for the feedback. I want to say to everyone on this session ahead of the week, congratulations in advance. So look at yourself and say, congratulations in advance. Congratulate yourself. Feel good about yourself. Tap yourself. Do like this and say, congratulations. Congratulations. Yes. Because I'm about to make it happen. Yes. Congratulations. It's yourself. Yes. And say congratulations in advance. So every day throughout this week, I want to give us a short assignment. The first you do every morning when you wake up, walk to the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I can do it. And then you eat yourself and say, yes, congratulations. Mention your name and say congratulations in advance. So if your name is Daniel on this call, if your name is Gabriel, your name is Atere, eat yourself and say, yes, Daniel, congratulations. I can do it. Oh my. I'm really, really excited today because something big is around the corner from everyone on this Zoom session. Something big. Cynthia, something big is about to happen. Something big is around the corner. Olusegun, Olatoye, Ufoma, yes, something is loading. All right. So, do we have any questions? I will take just 2 questions and then we'll wrap up for this evening. Just 2 questions. 2 questions and then we'll wrap up for this evening. So let's not forget, tomorrow, 7 a.m. we will be live again. And don't miss any single day. Please, I want to, you know, oh, beautiful. I love this question. Ufoma says, can I have the account details? Which of the account details? Is it account details for land or account details for GX or my account details? I think Ufoma is inspired to sow a seed. Oh my God. So Ufoma, details you need. All our properties, good. And that's one of the best ways to close. You must have the account details of all the properties you are selling because the deal can come at any time. So you must be ready. Always ready. You must be prepared. In fact, one of the ways to show that you are ready to close that deal is that you have the account details. So once the prospect says, I'm ready to pay now, is that the right time to start making a call that please send me the account details? No, you must have it right there and then and just click forward. Or if it's a FaceTime meeting, you just present it and you've closed your deal. All right, thank you, Ufoma. You will get the account details for all the products. So I'll drop my contact. You can reach out. And for any of us as well that has not been added to a WhatsApp group yet, kindly chat the number that was dropped on in the chat box. Kindly chat the number. And even for those who are watching us from different parts of the world, let me call the number quickly. If you would like to be a part of this and you've not been added to any WhatsApp group yet, you can be a part of this 30-day sales challenge. This is a life-changing opportunity. And believe you me, a lot of things are happening already, and you don't want to miss out on this. In the course of these 30 days, some persons, their financial status, will change. For some persons, their financial, status will improve massively. For some persons, the kind of deals they've never closed before, in the course of these 30 days sales challenge, they will be closing it. And we have the testimonies rolling in already. Yesterday, we presented checks to over 8 persons, checks of new sales. So imagine yourself being a part of this as well. It will happen. So you want to be a part of this 30-day sales challenge, and you need the number to contact so you can be added on the WhatsApp group, because I know that we are also putting this out there on YouTube. We are putting this out there on our Facebook channels, on our Instagram pages as well. It's all across our social media platforms. So you can reach out to the number on WhatsApp. Just send interested in 30 days sales challenge to the number +234 81 4734 6891. I'll call it again, +234 81 4734 6891. So we'll be excited to have you join this 30-day sales challenge, and it's a life-changing opportunity. And I believe as you join us, your testimonies will also be shared in a very short time. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. I believe we all had a great and an amazing time. So looking forward to see you all tomorrow morning from Gtext Holdings and the organizers of this 30-day sales challenge, Gtext and Associates. We say thank you. And we also want to say a very to empower people across the globe and to give such an amazing platform and opportunity for a lot of us across the globe. All right. Mr. Folari says, thank you so much. You are seriously loading us. Thank you for the feedback, Mr. Folari. We appreciate. So Olatoye says, can I get previous recordings? Yes, so please drop your number immediately or chat the number that was dropped. Chat the number immediately so you can get the links. The links are always dropped on our WhatsApp group. So once you're on the WhatsApp group, you will have access to all the daily recordings. Thank you once again, and God bless each and every one of us. Have a great evening.
You've rounded up, Isaac.
Okay, you want to say?
Hello, everyone.
Yes, yes. You have the floor.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Mr. Isaac, well done. That was a fantastic presentation. My name is Jessica Elebio. I'm the acting MD for Gtext Associates, right? So I've been following up. The network has been something else today, but thank God for everything. Hi, good evening, Mr. Folari. Happy Sunday to everyone here. I want to say well done and thank you for everyone that's been attending from the day one up till date, right? Massive sales. I wish you all massive sales, right, guys? So today is Sunday. Stop the water, please. Today is Sunday. I want to say use the opportunity to call as much prospects as you can, right? Most persons go to work Monday to Friday or Saturday, as it may be. So use today. Hi, good evening, Mr. Fama. Use today to reach out to family and friends. It's an opportunity to reach out to them. It could be in person. I work out well. Go and say hello to them. Go with your, if you have your flyer, go with it and speak to them, right? If you can't do it in person, you can do it online. This is still 5 p.m. if you're in Nigeria. Use this time to reach out. You can call as many as you can today. It's evening. Most persons are back from church and they are resting in their houses. So this is the best time for you to reach out to them. Just call and wish them happy Sunday, happy weekend in advance, wishing you a productive week and all that. It could be a message. If you can't reach them via phone, do a message to them, right? So even like I mentioned before, your prospects that you've not spoken to, people you've not spoken to for a very long time, create relationship with them. It is Sunday. Use today to reach out to these persons, right? And wishing you all the sales. Is there any question for me? Let me quickly answer. Someone has collected the account number. That person is ready. It's a good thing. I like that because they said someone can just call you in the middle of the night, send your account details. And that is when the person, the Spirit of God is telling that person, pay now, pay now, pay now. If you don't send the account details, it might be the person's grandmother might swallow a spoon. So please, always have this account detail in your hand, like have it there, so that you won't start calling us in the middle of the night, and maybe someone did not pick up the call. It looks as if, oh, I should have closed that sale, or someone was asking me this question. Get all questions and answer ready, right? You might be ready with your with the questions, but what about the answers? Are you ready with the answers? I'm talking about sales objection now. So we are going to treat it, I think, this week, sales objection. So because sometimes you might be ready with the questions they will ask you. You know they will ask you this question, but are you ready for the response to give them? How do you get flyers? You can actually print it the way you want by yourself. Or Mr. Isaac, do we have some Yomole to share? I think the day of the inspection, we could bring some for them. And for those that are ready to go out with us, we are planning on going out, but we will give you the dates. If you're in Lagos and you want to go out, you can go out with us in strategic locations, right, guys? So wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mrs. Jessica, for that amazing session. We really appreciate and celebrate you. And for those of us who are new, Mrs. Jessica is the acting MD, Gtext and Associates, which is the subsidiary of Gtext Holdings that is organizing this 30 days sales challenge. All right, so we've had it all. Let's go do the work. We can still make a lot happen even before today is over. As we've heard, let's go back. Let's call those persons. Let's reach out to them. Let's make it happen. All right. Thank you all for joining today's session. It was really great having you all on board. We love you.
And don't forget, they are not ready to buy. Don't leave them like that. Ask for referrals. If the person said, I am not ready now, or I want to liquidate my portfolio in 2 weeks' time or something, ask for referrals, right? Ask for referrals. Ask for their family and friends that can connect you. They can connect you to. Always ask for referrals. And yeah, ask for referrals. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. We've had it all. So see you once again tomorrow morning by 7:30 a.m. Have a great evening.